What's up? My name is Zach Sager, and I've got a lot of stuff that I want to talk about today. But the first thing that I want to start off with is that if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you're sitting there right now in your house, in high school, in middle school, wherever you are, and if you think you want to run a business, there's one thing you've got to know right now. It's that if you go start telling people that you want to do that, that's great. It's actually awesome because most people won't. And the reason they won't is because 90% of the people you tell are going to laugh at you. They're going to tell you that that's impossible. It's so hard. How are you going to do that? Where are you going to get the money? Who do you think you are? You think you're the next Bill Gates or something? Maybe. Maybe you do. And maybe you're right. And all of those people are wrong. So one thing you got to get through your head right now is that other people's opinions, they count, but they hardly count. They only count to the point where you can think about other people's opinions and you can consider them, but at the end of the day, it's up to you. It's up to you and what you want to do and nothing else. There's literally nothing else that matters. If you want to do it, you can do it. And you might have to take some ridicule for it. But who cares? Because at the end of the day, well, all those people who are making fun of you and they're going to college, spending 80 grand, 100 grand, taking out loans, taking on debt, getting degrees, and getting out of school, what are they going to do? They're going to make 40 grand, 50 grand when they get out, going to be in debt for the next 10 to 15 years. I mean, come on. To me, that sounds ridiculous. You want to know my story? Here's my story. In 2014, I graduated from my high school. I graduated and I took off to Mississippi State. I was in the aerospace engineering program for my first 2 years there. And in the middle of the second year, I switched over to programming because I was like, damn, this is too much calculus. I don't want to do this all day. And programming was fun. I liked programming, but I didn't really know that I wanted to do that or not. So I wanted to figure out what I was going to do. And I still knew in my heart, I knew in my heart since I was 5 years old that I wanted to run my own business. But it didn't make sense to me the way that they were teaching college, how you were going to use any of these things that they were teaching you. All they were teaching you was that you can use them, that you can program a computer to say hello world, and you can make it do complicated math problems and stupid crap like that. But how does that help you? How does it help me? It doesn't. They don't teach you that way in school. And so what I ended up doing was getting mad, really. I tried leaving. I tried just dropping out and going to Colorado and becoming a ski bum. And at that point I didn't call it dropping out. I told people that I didn't drop out. I left, which is stupid, but that's what I did. And I told him that because people want to laugh at you. Again, we get back to laughing. They want to laugh really hard when you tell them you dropped out because they don't even care about your story. They just think that you're an idiot and you dropped out because you're an idiot. And you're probably not. If you have a reason, like if your heart's not in it, you're not. But everybody's still gonna just be like, what? What? You drop? Are you stupid? Now you're in debt. Now you don't have a job. What do you think you're gonna do? How do you think you're gonna live your life? Well, I don't know. That's the thing I end up telling people a lot. How do you think you're gonna get the money? How do you think you're gonna do this and that? Well, you know what? I don't know. I figure it out as I go. Because if I don't, then what am I doing? I'm just sitting here, doing nothing, thinking about what I could be doing. And that's a waste of time. I can think. Thinking's important. But I'm not going to sit around all day. You got to get off your butt. You got to do something. So what ended up happening is they were kind of right, in a sense, but not really. Because they were right because I didn't have a job. I didn't have skills. And I didn't know what I was going to do. So I ended up going back to school for aerospace. Big mistake. Big waste of, like 15 grand. But was it really a mistake? I don't know. It could have been. But in reality, I don't think it was. because what I got out of it was that you can't just go up and leave one day without a plan. You have to have a plan in your life, because if you don't, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to move forward. You're just going to stay still. You're going to be stagnant, and it's going to be terrible. So what I ended up doing was a buddy of mine and I. This is even after I left Mississippi State the second time. So I go to aerospace, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do this. But I still didn't have a job, and I still didn't know what to do. So my parents told me, well, go to community college, take out a loan. It'll give you some time to figure out what you want to do. And so that's what I did. I went to the community college by my house, and I took more programming classes. And while I was there, me and a buddy of mine started working on a new invention. Well, kind of new invention, but it is a machine that pours drinks just like the ones you see at McDonald's or the movie theaters, where they got all the different flavors, all the different combinations, and it was great and fun for a little while. But that's not. There's no seemingly there's not much of a sustainable business model behind it. But it is a good one-off project if you're looking for one. Now, the other thing is that is what actually got me to where I am. Because before, like I said, no skills, no job, no nothing. But by happenstance, I end up knowing a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who really liked our idea. And if nothing else, he gave me a job. And he's given me a lot more than that. But he gave me a job. And this job allows me to travel all around the country. Right now, I'm just sitting in some Airbnb here in the middle of Phoenix, Arizona, talking to all of you. And it's honestly pretty damn cool. I'm 22 years old. I've gotten to go to Hawaii, California, Arizona, all these places just within the last, couple months. But it wasn't because I dropped out because I was mad and I needed something else and I just looked around. It was because I was putting all of my effort into what I thought could bring me to where I want to go. And I didn't know what the drink machine was going to do for me. I didn't know if it was going to make me $1 million, if it was going to get me a job. I still don't know what it's going to do because I can still use it however I like. But what I do know is that going through that process where I decided that you have to put your passion, you have to put your effort towards something for long enough that you get a break and someone says, hey, I like what you're doing. Let me help you out. Okay? So that's about that's about where I am right now. But that's not even the start of it. Like I started well the first couple years I was in college, I had a t-shirt company with the same friend who helped me build this machine. And we created shirts that people really loved actually. They actually a year after we made them, someone else sold all of them and we didn't make any profits. But what we learned was that just because you can make a product doesn't mean you can sell it. Now that was just the first thing we started. I also, I wanted to start a rafting company in Hawaii. You want to talk about getting laughed at? You let me go down that road one day. And then we've also got the knife company. There's another bunch of laughs. But honestly, like it's just one. I try this, I try that, I try that, I try what I want. Okay, and I keep doing it, and it's because I want to get somewhere. Because one day, and I haven't talked about this yet, but one day I had an epiphany. One of those days I was sitting in my dorm, and I came up with this idea. And I was like, that's impossible. That's not going to work. Because it was too good. It was too good of an idea for me to get excited about, right away. But I just kept going and I kept doing research and I did my math and I got my physics book out and I started doing stuff. And I believe wholeheartedly, I actually won a research grant to do research on a transportation system that I want to build. But by winning that grant, by doing that research, what I realized is that I need hundreds of millions, maybe billions of dollars to do what I would like to do. And that's just the cold hard truth of it. So I'm out here every day just trying to figure out how that I can get there, how that I can get to the point where I can build this system that's just going to help. That's what I was looking to do. I was watching. I get on YouTube all the time. I was watching Elon Musk videos one day, and I saw this video. And Elon Musk is talking, I believe, in Saudi Arabia to I don't know who, but he said something, and it caught me. And this was a couple weeks actually before I got that epiphany. And he said, if you want to make money, or he said, I'm paraphrasing here, but he said something to the effect of, if you want to make money, stop thinking about the money. What you need to think about is how to help the world. Because if you can change the world, the money will come. And from that day forward, my entire mindset it started shifting from me to what can I do for other people. That's how I got that transportation idea. That's how all of this really started to flow for me. And that's how I ended up here right now. It's because I'm looking for more people like me. I'm looking for people who have been trying, who are putting themselves out there and are just they want to do something but they're not there yet. I want to find people who are there, who've already gone through it, and I want to find people like I might have said before, just sitting in their high schools, sitting in their middle schools thinking, I can change the world. I know I can do it, but everybody's telling me that that's impossible. And there are people out there. There are people like Gary Vaynerchuk. There are people, like Damon John. There are great people out there, great motivational speakers, but they've already gone through it all. They've already made it. I'm sitting here trying to, and that's all I've got. So I don't really know exactly what I wanted to get out of this video, other than to kind of get my story out there and to really, just start logging. I want to start documenting everything that happens because I think it's important, and I think that if I do go and do all this documenting, it'll keep me accountable. And I just need to talk. I have to. Like right now, I can't believe it's been 13 minutes I've been talking to this computer because I haven't even stopped yet, but I love it already. I'm probably doing a terrible job. I've been looking around, scratching my ears, and not looking at the camera. But honestly, this feels pretty cool and pretty right. So I'm going to come back tomorrow with another video with some progress. I'm going to tell you about the Damon John workshop that I'm going to next weekend. And I might tell you a little bit more about my job as well, because my job's pretty cool, I think. But yeah, that's all I've got for today. So thanks for tuning in. Bye.